Hey everybody, my name is Ryan, and here at etrailer we install, test fit, and review a lot of different parts. That way we could try to answer any questions those of you might have. And that's exactly what we're doing here today on our 2013 Kia Soul. We're going to be taking a look at and showing you how to install the Curt custom fit vehicle wiring harness. So the wiring is going to provide us with the necessary lighting functions, not only to remain safe, but legal as well whenever we're pulling our trailer. Because it's going to send those outputs out to the back of it, providing us with the stop, taillight, and turn signals. Not to mention too, some hitch-mounted accessories like cargo carriers and things of that nature actually have lights on them too that can illuminate, and the four-way connector will be able to power those up as well. So this is a really well-built kit. It actually comes with a nice thick rubber dust cap, and that's going to help keep the terminals in good condition. That way it'll last and work for a long time. Since it does live outside the vehicle, and even though it does have this cap, I do suggest applying some dielectric grease to those terminals from time to time, and that'll really help keep them protected. Now honestly, we just have ours secured to our safety chain openings here on our hitch, and I did take a piece of wire loom to help clean everything up, and I think it don't look too bad actually. I think it blends in pretty good. So you could do it that way, or what you can even do is pick up some brackets here at etrailer and mount it permanently that way as well. One really nice thing about this kit as well is the fact that it uses a converter box. And what that's going to do is protect your Kia's factory wiring if a short or an electrical issue were to occur on the trailer side. So it gives me a little peace of mind knowing that my expensive electronics that power and make everything work inside of a vehicle are going to be protected. Now, as far as the installation goes, it is relatively easy actually. You got to pop your taillights out, plug a couple connectors in, and you're more or less done with it. So it shouldn't take you a whole lot of time or give you too many issues. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and do that together now. To begin our installation, we're going to be here at the back of our Kia, and the first thing that we're going to need to do is remove our taillights. That way we can hook up our wiring. So to get those out, we're going to simply go ahead and open up our hatch. That way we can access the fasteners that's holding our taillight in. So to pull our taillights out, we're going to have 3 fasteners on each one. One here, here, and up here. And these are just a Phillips head screw. So go ahead and take our bit and pull all 3 of those out. Once we have them removed, we should be able to grab our taillight assembly, kind of work it back and forth, and you want to pull towards you at the same time while you're doing that. If you flip it over, we can then unplug it. So there's the connector right there. What you want to do is push down on the center and separate the two. Now go ahead and set this light off to the side and repeat the same process to get the other one removed. Now what we can do is take our wiring and secure it to the body of our vehicle. So the module box here, what I'm going to do is take some of this 2-sided sticky tape that it comes with, push it on the back side of it, and this area here you want to make sure that it's nice and clean, so go ahead and wipe it down, which I've already done. That way this will be secure. Then really straightforward. Simply just going to put it right here and stick it to the body of our vehicle. Now what we can do is take our 4-way connector as well as the T connector with the green wire, and we're going to put this behind our bumper and push it down. That way we can get to it here in a little bit and route these wires where we need them to go. Now what we're able to do is take our white wire here with the pre-attached ring terminal. It's actually a ground wire, so we need to secure it to the body of our vehicle. I'm just going to put it right here and attach it to the sheet metal using the included self-tapping screw. Now wherever you do decide to secure it, I do suggest checking behind there to make sure there's nothing of importance that you could accidentally damage. Alright, so I went ahead and just used a couple zip ties here to kind of help bundle up and clean up our wiring. And now what we can do is take our T connector end here with the red, yellow, brown, and white wires, One end of it is going to plug into the factory connector, like that. And the other end, if you grab our tail light, is simply just going to get plugged into the tail light connector there. Now that we have everything plugged in, we can go ahead and reinstall the tail light the opposite way that we removed it. Now before we go underneath our vehicle and start running the wiring that's down below, what I suggest doing is using a pull wire. I'm just using a piece of nylon air tube. You can also use a coat hanger, something like that. We're just going to feed that down through the taillight pocket here on the passenger side. That way it'll be really easy to pull our wiring up into place where we need it. So once we route our wiring over, we'll connect it to the pull wire, and then when we come back up top, we can pull up on it and it'll bring our connectors right where we need them to be. So now here underneath the vehicle, right here on the driver's side, this is where our four-way wiring as well as our green T-connector wire drop down. And I went ahead and routed both those wires. So I shot them both over this way, securing them along the way using some zip ties. And our four-way connector wire actually just drops down right here, and I just connected it to the hitch. The green wire kind of continues up behind our bumper. I brought it up nice and high here because you want to try to avoid the exhaust. And it drops down right here, and what I've done is just simply taped it to our pull wire. So back up top here, if you take our pull wire, you can feed our connector up, and then I'll just simply peel our tape off to separate it from the pull wire. One end will get plugged into the factory connector there. The other end, we grab our tail light, and we'll get plugged into that. Now we can go ahead and test our wiring to make sure that it is functioning properly. That's a good idea to use a little tester like I am. That way if something's wrong with your trailer, you can bypass that issue and know if it's your wiring or the trailer side. But with that being said, you can get that tester here to your trailer, and I'll try our left turn signal, our right turn signal, our brake lights, and our running lights. And that'll finish up our look at and our installation for our Curt custom fit vehicle wiring harness on our 2013 Kia Soul.